Bro, that like watching the tape and because like I said, I've been following you for a little bit, watching the tape and the reaction, I was like, oh my God, like it's gotta be like all the memes of like, are you not entertained? Like in the Gladiator, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I was like
yeah,
screaming at my phone. I saw it on the
yes,
Instagram. I
yeah.
was like, holy crap, that's like insane, man. But did you like study tape of Cyborg beforehand because you knew you were gonna go up against him? Like, did you have enough time to or did you
Yeah,
already kind of know what his game was? Because he's a heavy wrestler. He loves taking people down.
exactly. And that's one thing I've been working a lot since I moved here. It's like, but also like going to the event, you didn't we didn't really know who you want to go against,
Oh.
until like literally less than 24 hours before we all go out against each other. So, we had game plan, man. Like we had game plan going into it. Me and David, we talk about it. Okay, what are you gonna do when these guys come first round? And also, I kind of like because I had the invitation and like I didn't know where I was gonna be seated, but we kind of just took a guess of where I'm around where I'm gonna be and who most likely gonna go against, and you know, um, Cyborg also against one of the people I actually thought I was gonna go against, because it was gonna make sense. It was either gonna be him, Roosevelt, or him, because then it's gonna be like me going against one of those fight sport guys, or maybe go against one of the new wave guys. But like when it comes to where I'm gonna be seated, it's gonna make sense to go against, somewhere between like Orlando, Cyborg, and all that stuff. So we had game plans and like, going to it when I found out I was gonna go against Cyborg, it was like, okay, man, this is one of the fight we actually wanted and we get in it. So this is an exciting one, and then, man, my confidence was all time high, going into it. I was good at getting to that mindset in that zone where it's like walking into the arena, like the crowd I didn't really allow the crowd to get into it. It was just me, my opponent, and then my coach. That's all I could hear, and so going into it, like, and actually the night before, I already watched some films back then. Like, to be honest, everybody in that, my division, I've watched everybody. I kind of know what to expect if I'm supposed to go against any of them. So back then it's like, okay, I'm gonna go against Cyber. Let me just rewatch some stuff. I think I watched one of his fight against Victor Hugo. Which he kind of did that same spin move. I didn't think he was gonna hit me with that, but that was one thing that was the back of my head right after like literally less than 24 hours going into the fight. So I knew what to expect. I knew it was gonna be a lot of stand up, and I've been working off my my wrestling a lot too, like almost like a counter wrestling style because. I never really wrestled growing up. So, and likely moving here, Detroit, I'll find almost he's like my mentor now, I would say. Jake Herbert, he wrestled, he made it to the Olympic of the team.
Wow.
So not every day you get someone like that in your corner. And I didn't plan on that. He somehow arrived in my gym. I found how good it is. I reached out to him, help me out. So I grew into that, like, growing up, not really wrestling. I did judo in Japan. That's what I did. That's one of my takedowns. So if I can tie you up, I'm very confident to that. But, with ADCC, it's very hard to get to that tie or other stuff. So most of my style is like defense wrestling, counter wrestling, all that stuff because I know I'm not going to be the offense type, And so he threw that attack, man, and I saw everything just unfold, I had the underhook perfectly. And usually I'll just flip them, trying to spin around to the back. There's a bunch of moves I could have done there, but like I said, I'm just looking out to go for the kill. I saw the arm perfectly. The way he was trying to turn into me, I knew if I gave him a little space to come up, I'm just gonna spin around and go for the arm. And then, man, it's just like one of those days. Man, I've been doing that a lot of times, but it's just like. Sometimes too, you just need everything to work perfectly, everything to be aligned, and it's just like one of those moments where just like everything was just like perfectly timed, perfectly, everything just I caught it, and as soon as I had my leg over, whatever reason, I just started to hear the loud noise, like how people were just and then in that moment, like, okay, fuck, I can't let these people down. And man, I just put everything I had in there. And for me, it's just like I feel like more. I feel like my leg. I feel the arm is more secure every time I cross my legs. There's a lot of saying like, "Oh, don't cross your
Yeah.
legs, don't do that." I'm not saying it's wrong or right or wrong, but I've had a lot of success crossing my leg because I secure more and that grip there, and I have this type of workout that I do like rack pulls with my legs in that position. So I'm very strong in that. Yeah, so me and my boy, shout out to my trainer Ty Jensen, we work on all that stuff because he knew Armbars on my team. So how can I get stronger in that position? So we work on all that. So shout out to that my boy Ty Jensen. And anyways, so man, across my feet, the way it was in, like I felt like, man, this guy is strong as fuck.
He's a big dude. Like I don't think people realize how big that guy.
I mean, he looks
is. He is huge.
Huge.
Yes, sir. I knew that. Even though I didn't allow that to get into my head going into it, but man, he almost threw me to the opposite side. But then I just falling back to the other side, and then I'm like, man, I'm not letting go of this. And you also how it happened. I got the top. I came up and spread my arm just right there, and then everything hit me.